So when you see them invade here and they're all going topside, what you can do is you can walk here. So you can put the defensive ward, I think is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But then you can walk here and then stay around here to see if you can start on his raptors. Because if you can solo start his raptors, which you do really, really fast, then you can either cheese him level 2 and see if you can smite away the red buff, or you can just take the raptors and then you can be up one jungle camp, but then you can full clear however you want, right? It's just free opportunity to go bot side here when you see them top, but
yeah, I had it in my brain as like an option that I can do, because we saw them on top side, right? Going into Pantheon. So I was just like, okay, if they're like 5-man top lane, I can just probably go and take these Raptors.
And then for clear, you'll just do this so that these camps are aligned the next time. If you say, because you said the game plan here is for you to get level 6 as fast as possible. So the fastest way for you to get XP is by doing Raptors and then Crux and then Red.
Okay.
But since you do this clear, then this is where I said that you want to look at top lane to see if you can gank, but he solo kills, so that's fine. Then you just full clear down. See the Xin Zhao on bot side. So here you asked if you should go to his top side. The problem with that is it takes the same amount of time for you to go from here to here as it does for him to recall after this play and walk to here. So you're just going to be facing him level 3, which is not what Bel Veth wants. So yeah.
The thing is, I saw, I think it was Arguin, right? He played against Dantes, if you know him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did something similar to him, because Dantes took his whole blue side, and he was bot side. He ganked and then he counter jungled him on his blue side.
You can do that, but then you will have to play a stronger champion, or you will have to realize this earlier. And this is what I said, that because of the ward that you put here is a defensive ward, then you don't know where the Xin Zhao starts. All you do is you cover in case that they walk into your jungle to see, and Xin Zhao can't start raptors. He can't do that. So only thing is he can start your red buff on top side. So the problem is here, you don't know where does Xin Zhao start. Because you put the ward here and you just recall.
Yeah.
If you go here, then you can see if anybody comes. And then it will allow you to do... Well, we now know that he did red buff, right? So he probably did something like this and then ganked. But the thing is, if you just do the raptors, then you'll be able to cheese, maybe get that. And otherwise he cannot get level 3 off bot side. And then he's either be forced to do a level 2 gank, which is shit. Or he's forced to clear upwards, which is... Yeah, also not ideal for Xin Zhao, right? So we don't know where he starts. And the problem is, by the time that you see him on bot side, you are also on bot side, and it will take too long for you to counter jungle. If you see him while you're doing raptors, then that's fine. Not a problem. But the problem is you see him here.
So I could just not place that ward, just go for his raptors, place the ward on his red, and then if I see him doing red, I can just go level 2, kill him there.
Not kill him, but just steal the red buff, because there is a chance that his bot lane leashes him, right? We don't know, but what will happen is 130, if enemy team doesn't have vision, which they don't, then you can walk in here. It's a very common thing to do, just 128, you sit here, you walk here, start the raptors, then you get level 2 without smite. You go here, smite away the red buff.
And then kill him, probably.
No, you cannot kill. How are you gonna kill him?
I'm 1 level ahead of him, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, it's 3v1.
Oh, okay. I thought it was on this when his bot lane is like on the triple bush, or like more away.
Well, if they are here and they're fighting here, you can still not kill him.
Okay, I take too long.
Because they will just go here and try and help him then. Like you are basically flipping to say their bot lane doesn't care about the jungler. But what you can do this, get level 2, try and see if you can smite this, And then no matter what, you have more jungle camps to do because you still have 6 here. And he only has 4 left. So then you're up in XP. But the problem is you don't know where he starts. Because of the word not doing anything, and you just recalling does not give you any information.
Okay.
There's not really anything you can do except try and match this gank right here. And see that, oh, Soraka is low HP. So instead of doing this jungle camp, run faster to here and see if any of them face check. Or if they go further and dive, then you're ready to go behind them, right? That's the only thing you can do here.
Okay. Yeah, on this one, I think it was okay, but the play, I think I can play this better.
Here, I don't understand why you press W. You don't need your W to kill the Soraka. So you use this Q, this is fine. You use this Q, this is fine. You have 1 Q left, use Q here. There's no need to do a long cast ability such as W.
If I Q on her, then I'm probably with at the spot where my W went, right?
Yeah, and then if she flashes it, then you follow flash auto attack once and then press E. And then she'll die to the E, because he's lowest HP.
Yeah. I think you just got a sub.
So yeah, I think the W here was just really, really bad. You should just use Q. So Q here. The first 2 Qs good. Here, just press Q. Q auto attack, she's dead. And then you'll press E, and then you'll be around here. And Caitlyn will have to walk. You will then press E here. So she's either going to be forced to run into it or run around, giving your EDC time to come back. And then maybe you can kill when your Q comes up. Depends, right? So yeah. There is a chance we could get 2 kills if you play that way, but not guaranteed, so. And then here, the reason why you have to be still afraid of the Xin Zhao is because you see him right here. So when you see that he's going down here, that means that, oh, Xin Zhao is going for the butt scuttle. And after the butt scuttle, if he is aware, then he's gonna look at your HP down here in bot side and be like, oh, she doesn't have blue buff, and then he's gonna invade you. So that's why you have to be careful. Especially because you just use flash, right? So that's when you see that here. And then here the problem is that you just don't use smite at low HP. So you basically give him blue buff for free.
Yeah. I should have just waited and then smite save.
Yeah, because you know he's bot side.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just means that you're now even with the Xin Zhao when you should be ahead. You take the Scuttle Crab, and then the reason why you cover here is because you know Xin Zhao is up here on top side. We know he's somewhere here, and after that he might want to look for a gank. Oh, he's running towards top side now. There he is. But this guy just kills him alone, so doesn't need any more cover, because there's no way Xin Zhao kills Pantheon here. So we power farm. Then here you have opportunity to go on his bot side, because we see Xin Zhao. There, we saw him with the plant, which you also pinged. So this was good ping. So we actually also just saw him briefly. So then we go invade bot side. Sadly, there's no camps up. We see that the Soraka is low HP and Caitlyn is dead, and we know Xin Zhao's top side. So here, you have to go this way.
Okay.
You cannot dive like this, or like this. Because then she just runs. So yeah, this is really, really bad pathing. Because it's warded as well, so they see you. And if Soraka's smart, she just runs like this. And the problem with that is, now you're also here later for this wave. The wave is almost done. Whereas if we look here, you would be around You'd be here. And you would have 5 minions to dive on.
Yeah.
These 5 right here.
You know what the thing is? I'm kind of scared to dive or like to play or to make a play which includes diving, because I have kind of trust issues on my mates, right? Like I can't trust them to have the same
Well, here you almost
thought
don't need
process.
them to do anything. If they just push the wave, you can solo kill Soraka. I'm not telling you to do a dive when Soraka's full HP where it's 3v1, even though it's possible if people play perfect, because the solo kill will most likely fail. All they need to do is push in this wave and you can solo kill this guy. She has, what, 200 HP here? 228. Your Q right now does 113. W does 95 and your E does 13 to 52. So if you just use your Q twice and 1 autos, he's dead. And the reason why it's not risky is because Caitlyn is dead, we know she's in base. Xin Zhao is topside, so he's nowhere to be found. The only one that could go here is Orianna. But it doesn't matter. Because Orianna will not be there before you. But the problem is that this pathing right here will cut her off and you can dive on this wave, be here earlier, dive it, run away this way. Now we're waiting. We know Caitlyn is coming this way. We know Xin Zhao is gonna be running down because his red buff just spawned, so he'll be bot side soon. And this is what happens.
Yeah. Because I took way too long for the play.
Way too long. You did wrong path, and then you were not ready because the wave was already dead because you took the long path, and then we overstayed. The dive went wrong, and we lose. So yeah, this is a big reason why bot lane is now losing, because we're doing fine up until this point.
Yeah.
You run towards top side, we go for this dive. And again,
this one, it was the big minion, right?
Yeah, here the main thing is you want to cut the wave here, because we don't want to push another wave because it takes too long. The reason why we can do this is because we know Xin Zhao took Drake earlier, and he didn't do his red buff right when he showed on bot side down here. See him right here. He's no red buff. So we know all his bot side camps are up. So after he does the Drake, what will most likely happen is he will go towards his bot side and he will farm up. Even if he doesn't farm up, it will take him 8 seconds plus another 25 seconds to make it into top. So that will mean if he recalls right now, he will be top at 854. If you can just do the dive before 854, it's not risky. So let's see. So here comes the dive. He ultis. The wave is coming in. So here, if you can cut the wave, so you don't have to push another wave in, then Xin Zhao is not gonna be like there in time to affect the play. But if we have to push another wave, then there could potentially be time that he would be here. But in this situation, he decided to stay on bot side and take his red buff, and now he's first coming out of base. So you see that these 2 minions got through. That's the problem. Because look, wave is now ready to dive on, but look, another 2 minions stops us. Now he has to kill another 2 minions you already showed. They're ready to defend the dive. So what happens? He goes in for a trade. Kenemin doesn't tank it yet. You walk past the towers. And you almost died.
Yeah. So this was just because I did a lot of mistakes on bot and on top side. And that's just like, sometimes it's just little mistakes and sometimes it's just big mistakes, but the outcome is really big and really shit for me.
Yeah, because the difference between you doing a successful dive here and not doing a successful dive is probably bigger than you think. You get 450 gold for kill and assist. You get 125 gold for a plating, and it's a cannon wave, so he loses another 200 gold. This is how much enemy team, well, you gain this, and they lose this. Just from one play. That's why it's so big to do a dive. Diving is really worth if you can do it successfully, because you get kill and assist, most likely plating. Even if you don't get plating, you stop the enemy from getting gold and XP. But the problem is, we don't cut the wave. We have to deal with another extra 2 minions. And Xin Zhao is on his way, so yeah. And now this guy's also right? And you can't follow up, so. The 2 dives are a big problem that we didn't do good. Because those 2 dives alone would have put us probably 2k gold ahead now at this point, instead of being 500 gold ahead only. This situation, you just play it slow, wait for Pantheon to push in the wave, so he now roams, we can start it up again. So here, when Urgot has cleared this minion, he can go here. So we can either go as 2 people here, take 2v1 on top, or what we can do is we can take 3v2 down here, because Urgot has to run through 2 people. So it doesn't really matter where you take the fight, if it's up here or up or down here. We just don't want to take it in the middle. In the middle means 3v3, no advantage, and it's just bad. So either 2v1 on top or 3v2 on the bottom side of the river here. But look where the fight happens. Right in the middle.
We could have collapsed on Ori as 3 man and then just kill her, and then it would be a 3-2.
Yep. As I said, I don't really care which one you go for, if you go for the top or the bottom fight. This one is just 2v1 against Urgot, and this one is 3v2 against Orianna and Xin Zhao. It doesn't really matter which one you do. If we have to go into big details, then I mean, you have a stun on Pantheon, you have double stun if we go Pantheon plus Syndra. You have more CC to kill here than up here.
Yeah, because also I think Karma's roaming as well.
Yeah, Karma is also roaming. So if you take it here, she will be there a little bit faster, but yeah, the problem is we just take it right in the middle, and that means it's 3v3, and we just lose it because, yeah, I mean, the teamfight execution is not there. He just flashes, right? Even though we got ulti missed, it doesn't matter. Orianna lives on 1 HP, and it's just a 2 for 1. Or 2 for 0, actually, and they get Rift. Then here, when they play this far up, the problem is that they can just attack the tower. So if enemy team really wanted to, what they could do is they could attack the tower here. Before Karma gets here, the tower is gone and they just back off. So you kind of have to show and scare them off a little bit just to defend. If the tower was more HP, we could just wait for the Karma, and then it would be 2v3, and then we would win. The problem is that you step over this trap right here, giving her a headshot proc.
Yeah. And
then you don't press E on it, so she just one-shots you, right? If you can get your E off, then you don't get one shot, and you can probably kill the Soraka. I mean, she has both summoners up, so maybe not, but...
I just wanted to press E in the moment, but I was confused that she just literally did 600 damage or something.
Yeah, it's this one right here. This trap right here. Because you dash right over it, it gives you headshot, gives her headshot proc. If you dash at an angle or just run to the side and then dash, you'll be fine. So yeah. Then this one is also pretty big. Here it's fine to use your W. Then here, you have to stop auto-attacking the Soraka, and you have to step outside of the E. Because you can never it's okay to get silenced, that's fine, but the problem is you get rooted in it. If you run to any side, you do never get rooted by Soraka. The only way that the Soraka silence roots you is if you're CC'd or if you stand still and auto attack. So if you pay attention, you see how you auto attack her, but you're not moving. Now you decide to move, you're rooted, she gets away. So all you have to do here is just run outside the circle. So right here she uses it. And then, yeah, I mean, obviously the most important thing is just to run somewhere here. Doesn't matter where in this circle you go, as long as you go here. And then you can use your abilities again, right? Because you still have more Qs that you can use. You see? You have Q here, you have Q here. But it's too late, because you get rooted. You can never get rooted by a Soraka silence. You just have to move out of it. It's only if you're already CC'd, then yes. Or if you're really heavily slowed, then you cannot outrun the root. So yeah, that's another miskill, sadly. Here, the problem is that if this was a 4v4, we could take the fight because we find the pick. Problem is, this guy is recalling. This guy is not here to take the fight. And he's paying that, hey, he's gonna go bot side. So you're thinking this is a good fight. But Soraka's no longer, or Syndra's no longer here. CTP is bot, and there are 4 people. So here it comes down to map awareness that, oh, my Syndra is recalling and pinging she's gonna go bot for this wave, and she TP'd. So she doesn't want to fight. You wanna take this fight, but you can't, because Syndra doesn't want to. So you just have to respect the fact that that guy is recalling and wanting the bot lane wave.
Okay.
Same thing here. The reason why you cannot stay is because this guy is recalling. If this guy stayed and had HP, then yes, then you can go into his bots or topside jungle, potentially take the grump. But because he recalls, you have to back off. Same thing with Syndra. If she recalls, you cannot go into botside jungle and take a fight. Here we escape. Try and look for a fight, but Orianna ulti stops us. Here since I'll just suicide, so this is pretty good. We set up for another Drake. So here, the reason why we rush it is because this guy is top. So all we want to do is we want this guy to TP. And when he then TPs, then we can decide, okay, depending on where he TPs, either we can go 5-man on him if he TPs in the middle of us, or we can back off or whatever. We just want to take the fight. Because otherwise what they do is they just poke, stop us from recalling, and this guy will, yeah, I mean, he can push for inhib, right? So we just want to rush it. And Urgot just never TPs, so they can't contest. Syndra dies, sadly, everyone else dies. Then here I want you to try and clear mid wave, because more important to defend this. This is more important than killing this guy. We get 1, 2 for 1. It ends up working out because you're fighting with the strongest guy in your team being Pantheon, right? So maybe not the worst. So here the thing I wanted you to try and do is I want you to try and see if there are any vision cones that are up. So obviously there's one here, there's plus cone up here. And that way see if you can get vision. At the time, they're not up, but they will actually spawn by the time that it's low HP. So you see it now. So if you could run from here to here, use this vision cone, you could get information on how much HP is on this, and then you can potentially flash smite it, because you have both flash and smite up, and then steal it. But the problem is you have no vision here, and you keep staying here, but you don't get any vision here. Even if you go here, you don't get any vision. You have to go around the corner in order to get information, and you cannot go this deep because this is where they're staying, right? It's much safer for you to run up here, use the vision cone over here, and then be ready to flash smite it. Because even now, we don't know how much HP it has. Kaiser will eventually use it. But you're just too far away to flash smite it. If you're standing here, since I was literally griefing.
Yeah, because I can just...
Because you can flash smite it and since I cannot get in range. It's the easiest deal for you actually to go here. But the problem is, he just stops you. You're not in position, they finish the Baron. So there's actually a super high chance you can steal this one.
What a fucking griefer, man. Holy shit.
And then here, I mean, pushing was fine. He gets flashed on, so they don't have flash for the fight. That's okay. Here we have to give Drake, because Syndra is dead when Drake spawns. That guy is dead, that's okay. We kill that guy, yep. And then here, kind of the same thing. It's not easy for you to... So you know that they're all standing here. They're all 5, like, in this area, right? There are probably 3 people here, 2 people here. Like, all the ranged ones are here, all melee ones are here. It's not easy for you to go in from any area here. But it is easy for you to get into pit if you go over here and flash over the wall and smite it. The only reason why you would be standing here is if you want to flash QW and get a big knock up on the 3 people that are standing here, right? But that play just never happens. I mean, it happens here, but you get a 1-man W onto the Urgot, and he pressed E to buffer it anyway. And this fight was actually 5v4, it was without the Orianna. But the problem is we don't have to go in here yet. Like, Baron still has a lot of HP. Like, I don't even think it drops below 8k. He's at 9k and we go in. And the problem is that you have flash, but you never use it for like a big knock up. Like, if you could... I would probably flash W, try and see if I can reach these 2.
Yeah.
But you use a W onto an Urgot E that's already buffered. That way you would have actually dodged the Urgot E. And then, yeah, you just lose because the team fight just goes bad for you.
I think the Caitlyn was just too fat at this moment.
Yep.
The only way we win this is me doing what you actually said.
Either that, or if you can buy time for Pantheon to split on side lane 1v1.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, at this point the game is just over. So the main problem is the 2 dives were definitely game changers. Because both of them failed and you didn't get anything from them, and one of them they ended up getting 2 for 1 instead of 1 for 0. That on its own is like almost worth 2k gold. Just those 2 plays. The other problem, I mean, there's just a lot of kills that you miss, right? Like you miss this kill for free, this one in early game. Maybe we could have gotten a double kill. The dive down here is another kill. This kill up here we also miss out on. So yeah, you just too many kills we just fuck up, and some of them means that we end up dying. The position as well on Baron, I think you could easily steal it. I don't think that's a problem. And then the last team fight again, we're fighting for no reason. If you really want to fight, as I said, then look for that flash W, because the problem is we don't have hard engage. It's only you, Pantheon, and Syndra. None of them are like hard engagers. Those are like the main things.